Day 2. God is bigger than me and far bigger than my problems. While Jesus was on the mount at the Transfiguration, 9 of the disciples were down the mountain, trying on their own strength to be like Jesus. They had been confronted with a man who had a son plagued by a demon. The disciples tried, but they could not cast the demon out. When Jesus showed up, he dispatched the demon in short order. The disciples asked why they couldn't do that, and Jesus said, "If you had faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, 'Be thou removed and cast into the sea,' and it would obey you." Matthew chapter 17, verses 14 through 20. The central problem of our lives is that we have more faith in our mountains than we have in God. We look at the mountains and see them as impossible to move or even to get around. Oh, we try because we're supposed to, but we never really believe in our hearts that it's going to happen. But our faith in the immovability of the mountain is misplaced and will only get us another meaningless trip around said mountain, just like the Israelites. You see, even when they came to the Promised Land, the Israelites sent scouts to see what the land looked like. The scouts came back, some with one report, some with another. Those who were looking at the mountain said, "It's impossible. There are giants that make us look like grasshoppers. It will take too much and be too hard. I think we should just stay where we are." But there were 2 scouts who did not see themselves in relation to the mountain of the problem. They saw the mountain in relation to their God. Thus, their report was much different. True, there are giants, but the land is a land flowing with milk and honey. It is beautiful to behold, and God has already given it into our hands. Let's go. Numbers chapter 14, verses 5 through 9. Another story with this theme that you probably remember is David and Goliath. David was a small boy with 5 stones who accepted the call to pick a fight with a 10-foot giant who had armor and battle skills. It didn't seem like a fair fight. But David knew what the giant could not. David was not comparing the giant to himself. He was comparing the giant to God. It was no contest. 1 Samuel chapter 17. The question then is, how do you make such a comparison? Do you see your problems in relation to your ability, your strength, your understanding, what you can do or not do? Or do you see the problem in relation to God? Today, vow to see your problems like David did, like the smart scouts did, and like Jesus did. Don't ask what you can do in a situation. Ask God what He wants to do in the situation, and then be willing to simply take the steps He asks you to take when He asks you to take them. The prayer for today. Dear Lord, on my own I am nothing, but I am not at the mercy of this mountain. Rather, it is at your mercy. Lord, move this mountain for me. Work through me. Show your power in this situation, not so that I may believe, but so that I may stand in absolute amazement at you and all you have done. I love you, Lord. Amen. You may record your thoughts for day 2. This has been the 912 Project, written by Staci Stallings, narrated by Staci Stallings. Copyright 2009. Audio produced by Staci Stallings. Production copyright 2023. Like and subscribe to the Staci Stallings YouTube channel so you never miss a second of the story.